Welcome back everyone to my IDC 32 run. Today I'm in the final up against Darksigner, who is playing LW Ailzonius at the top of your screen, and I'm at the bottom of your screen playing LWD Hydro Hurricane with Giga's Alt. I open up with Bilex on turn 2 because I know his deck is at least semi-aggressive. So I'm gonna just deploy a blocker just to have some defense in the early turns. Now, as a recap, I did lose against him 2-1 in the top 8 group stage, so let's see if I'm gonna have my revenge or if he's gonna win again. He doesn't have a Sirion on turn 3, instead he just has an energy stream, which doesn't really help his game plan of being aggressive too much. I'm not gonna summon anything this turn. I'm probably just gonna summon the Paleoliths on turn 4. Get that Bilex up to 5k. Now he's gonna summon 2 Bilex. Unfortunately, I do top deck another Gigaslag, which I can summon to stand in the way of Ailzonius. He will think twice before attacking while Gigaslag is on the field. Down comes Ailzonius, but he cannot go in because there's a blocker slayer on the field. And now I can use this time to set up the Mistrias. Next turn I can go for Paleoliths in another 3-drop or just Petrova. Darksigner is thinking here. Maybe he has Surfer or Holio in hand. He's probably thinking if he wants to use Holio to break shields or if he wants to use it to kill Mistrias. Well, he doesn't have Holio, he has Aqua Surfer instead, which he's gonna use to bounce the Gigaslag. Now this turn I can resummon the Gigaslag and one of the Paleoliths. Probably gonna charge the Gigabalza because I wanna have a field of blockers. And next turn I can have an 8000 power Laura Giga after I summon Petrova as well. Now the Gigaslag is back on the field, standing in the way of Ailzonius. We can see 3 Surfers are already gone, so he's gonna have to see a Holio or a Column to be able to get past Gigaslag. But instead he has a Sirion. So at this point I'm probably just gonna summon Petrova and 2 Laura Gigas. Should have really charged one of the blockers to summon 3 creatures this turn. But the reason I didn't is because I was thinking of going for Hydro Hurricane this time. But instead I decide to take a risk and just hope he doesn't draw Holio right this turn. So I'm gonna summon Petrova to boost the Guardians, and the next turn I can go for Hydro Hurricane. I think the risk is worth it, because next turn if you just top decks a creature, I can go for Hydro Hurricane and bounce his whole mana. Now there is a Slayer blocker and an 8000 power blocker on the field, so 2 blockers that Ailzonius has to trade with. He did draw Call on the Oracle, but it's not enough. He can only tap one of those blockers. So yeah, here I'm probably just gonna summon double Aura Giga and go for Hydro Hurricane. I'm probably gonna bounce his Sirion just to have him resummon it again. And I bounce 6 mana, not realizing that I can bounce 7, so I don't know. And I even go in for a shield with Mistrias and Petrova, because I'm thinking even if he has Holy O, he cannot go in to finish me off. So now he's just gonna set a shield with Emerald. I think this turn I'm just gonna summon 2 darkness creatures, just to have more darkness for Hydro Hurricane to bounce the creature on his field. But I'm not sure why I go for Mistrias instead. Now I think twice about attacking, and I don't attack because he has a double breaker and 2 creatures, so if he gets a Holy Aura shields, he can potentially finish me off. He's just gonna play a Sirion, not having made too many options here. Now I'm probably just gonna summon Giga Balza and go for Hydro Hurricane, bouncing 3 of his attackers. Now I'm just gonna go in for the shields, and I do break into a Holy O, which is nice to get it out of the way. He could think about killing the Petrova right here, but he needs to win the game himself as well, so he's probably just gonna go in for shields instead. And he decides to trade Billix with Gigaslug. So yeah, and I get a Gigaslug out of shields. Now I can summon Petrova to boost Chimeras and even evolve Gigazalt, which is now at 9000 power, so he can run over Ailzonius. And yeah, I'm just gonna go in for the remaining shields. And yeah, he wasn't Aqua Surfer nor a Holio, so I take game 1. Now we go into game 2, Darksigner is gonna be on the play again. This hand doesn't look too bad. I have the Cranium Clamp, which is really nice when you're going second. So I'm definitely charging the Gigazalt. Now this turn I'm gonna summon Billix just to stand in the way of Emerald. Now he's gonna go for Sirion, which I'm gonna answer with a Miraculous Snare. And next turn I can go for a Cranium Clamp to get rid of his hand completely. Now he's gonna go for Magris, putting himself at 2 cards in hand, which is perfect for Cranium Clamp, so I'm gonna be discarding both of those, which were a Petrova and a Colon, so I'm glad to see especially the Petrova go. Now I see Colon coming down, and he's even trading the Magris with the Billix so that the Emerald can go in for shields. But at this point he's in quite a losing position. He's gonna summon Sirion, which is gonna give me a draw with Mistrias. And at this point the only way out is for him to attack and hope I have only bricks in my hand. Unfortunately for him, I'm gonna have double Laura Giga and a Miraculous Snare for the other Sirion. And then I'm gonna kill the Emerald. And at this point he looks quite unwinnable for him. I'm just gonna set up the second Mistrias. Even Darksigner says that everyone knows that this is over. I was just gonna bounce Laura Giga with Spiral Gate. I'm gonna trade with Aqua Hulkus here, and then Colon is gonna take another shield, which is a Terror Pit, but I don't need to use it since I can just run Colon over with Mistrias next turn. Now I'm gonna summon Laura Giga, drawing 2 cards, and one of them is a Petrova, which I can use to boost the Guardians, and another Laura Giga. The next turn I can just go for Hydro Hurricane, summon Paleolyssis, and just go for Hydro Hurricane, bounce all of his mana, and Darksigner is gonna concede at this point. So yeah, that was the final at IDC 32. So I win this match, which means I win the whole tournament. Until next time, see ya.